IRB पुलीस पर्सनल जे वेस्ट बेंगालाक गेल्ले 600 एक बंगालच्या पंचायत पोस्टाक धाडिल्ले रेल्वे स्टेशनाचेर स्ट्रँडेड आहा. आमी जेन्ना IRB पर्सनलाक जॉइन करता ते नेबरींग स्टेटीनूच तांकां घालतले म्हणून एक आमचे भितर कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आसता. आतां ते उत्तर प्रदेशाक बंगालाक बी धाडूंक लागल्या. सो सरकारा कडेन म्हजो रिक्वेस्ट आहा की तांकां एअरफोर्स आनी नेव्हीचे विमान धाडून तरी परते हाडा, गोंय काडते.
स्पीकर सर, हांव लक्ष घालून पळयता.
Yes. Start question number 1, Sri Carlos Ferreira.
Speaker, I would like to ask question 1A.
1A.
The circulated answer.
The reply given in Annexure A, Annexure 1, especially relating to infrastructure. I'll just read that. As stated above, considering fire risk involved, assessment of firefighting equipment is carried out and required number of such equipments and tools are included in annual plan. At the field divisions are equipped with firefighting tools and machinery like mechanized air blowers, mist blowers, rake and firefighting aprons and other field infrastructure like, can make out that. So what this answer is like a very bureaucratic answer sitting in an office and it has been supplied to the Honorable Minister. At the time when this issue was raised in the House last time, I had written a letter to the Honorable Chief Minister and to the Forest Minister at that time. I'll just place this letter on record. In this I had said that by such fire, the tree density will be reduced and probably given a chance to these deliberate intention and aim of preparing these lands for future conversions and development. Often there could be a hidden hand of a local politician or a builder who is eyeing such lands, who is acting as a broker or who has interest direct or indirect in such matters and will end up being playground of the real estate lobby. Whatever be the reason of the cause of the fire, it is imperative that the government needs to act to protect forests and environment, and therefore I call upon you to issue directions to identify such lands on which fires have raged since the last few days, identify the number and species of trees that have been burned down, direct the owners to replace such burnt trees within certain time frame, failing which the government should undertake such an exercise to restore the environment, tree cover and the canopy density, failing which the mischievous objective of which
Speaker, sir, point of order.
No, I'm just showing this.
Maka Patra, honorable member, is a learned member.
I'm just putting this in the background.
He is also legally
माननीय
qualified.
सभासद,
Why should he waste
तुम्ही
the time
त्यांना
without telling me
प्रश्न
the
विचारा.
The question is asked.
Come and ask me the question.
Yes.
I don't need to listen to
प्रश्न
anything.
विचारा त्यांना.
Now the question is, what is the pre-fire alerts based on danger rating system developed by FSI, Forest Survey of India, Dehradun, been ordered by the state government, as was promised by the Honorable Chief Minister in the floor of the House? This is the first question.
Because sir, आमकां गोंय राज्यान आमी लास्ट इयर पळयले मुख्यमंत्री सक्रिय आशिल्ले हे सगळे गोष्टी करपाक, त्याच बरोबर प्रायम मिनिस्टर ऑफिस पासून सगळ्या लोकांनी आमकां तेंको दिलो in order to ensure that we are able to bring these fires under control. Now if you go, when you ask a particular question, Speaker sir, we give a specific answer unless you want to point out something specific where there is a lapse. But I don't think what he is trying to say, honorable member is trying to say, is there any kind of a lapse. We are doing our best to see based on last year's experience. 33 फायरांतल्यान 104 फायर अटेंड केल्ले आमचे फायर डिपार्टमेंटान. त्याच बरोबर नॉट ओन्ली फायर डिपार्टमेंट पूर्णपणे लक्ष घालून मुख्यमंत्रीचे लक्ष आशिल्ले त्या गोष्टीचेर. त्याच बरोबर फायर डिपार्टमेंटाचो आमकां पूर्णपणे तेंको आशिल्लो, एअरफोर्साचो तेंको आशिल्लो. आतां हे सगळे तांकां जे जाय की आमी एअर कंडिशन रुमान बसून हे करता तशें ना. ट्रॅकर्स आर देर, ट्रॅकर्स आर पुट इन द फील्ड, ट्रॅकर्स आर ऑल्सो सीइंग and ensuring that all these sensitive areas which already FSI has marked and categorized us. Forget about what FSI has categorized us. With last year's experience, we have also written to the National the Disaster Management Agency to include us in those 150 local state, 150 particular areas which they have they are trying to shortlist. My letter is there. I'll give it to you, where money has been allotted for further infrastructure to be improved and also to see that how we can strengthen the mechanism in monitoring. Also, I want to mention there are web map services which are available and web feature services which we will write to them and incorporate and utilize those services which are available with the FSI. We have taken it seriously from last year. There are trackers who are in the field for more than 7-8 months who are working along with our forest guards and range officers to ensure, as far as monitoring and finding out all these areas where these deciduous leaves are. There are different types of areas in which these are fire-prone areas. But as far as the fire lines are concerned also, the department is doing its bit. But what happened last year was something out of the way which happened. As a result of which we are in preparation. We are taking every step based on you. But I would like to draw the attention of the House. When you want to talk about the forest, you want to talk about the wildlife sanctuary, you want to talk about the wildlife park, you have written a long letter talking about the builders lobby. This is a myth that is being created by the honorable member. Many of these people say that in the wildlife sanctuary there is a real estate lobby. How can anybody enter? Your honorable speaker, sir, you're coming and representing a wildlife sanctuary area constituency which is covered and a lot of area is covered under wildlife sanctuary. Who goes into where is the question of real estate lobby? Where is the question of vested interest? There are few papers who go on reporting. I will place on the floor of the House of those papers and illegalities of those owners who have no face to show to the people of Goa, and they say that their heart bleeds for Goa. Your heart also must be bleeding for Goa, but be very specific. You don't tell me about the real estate lobby. Give me evidence when you write such a letter, which wildlife sanctuary has been sold or any deal has been done with any kind of a real estate lobby. You speak very specifically about what the department has to do. Don't tell me stories or through your letter about the real estate. This is a bogey of real estate. That's why at some point of time, land itself became zero in your area which you come from. When I say land became zero, I'll give you an explanation at the appropriate time. But this is, you have to be very specific to the question that you want to ask. You tell me my department has failed or not failed. I say it's not failed. If I am saying that it has scope to do much better. From 33 fires, we went to 104 fires. But if you say real estate lobby, what real estate lobby? You want Goa to come to and stand still? You all are celebrating Tiger Reserve. It's fine. What happens to the people who are inside that Tiger Reserve? We already have wildlife sanctuary. We have 8 MLAs here who represent the wildlife sanctuaries and how many problems we face. We are not talking on the judiciary or judicial decision here, but we are talking about your letter. Your letter, one page only spoke about the real estate lobby. There is no real estate lobby here. If the honorable member wants to know exactly what are the scope and what is the scope for further improvement as far as the fire protection and other things are concerned, I'll place a comprehensive report of the fire department addressed to the member on the floor of the House by today afternoon.
Honorable Speaker, in response to this, I want to say that I didn't make this statement off the cuff. I have evidence which I will bring at the time of the demands of the town planning.
Speaker, sir, I would like the honourable member to place it on the floor of the House.
I will do that.
If there is anything happening within the wildlife sanctuary, we will take action immediately.
I didn't necessarily say wildlife sanctuary. I said forests are being destroyed.
Forest means what?
Not necessarily. There can be forests outside wildlife sanctuary.
I am not a magician here to understand what you're trying to say. You tell me whether it is private forest, you tell me whether it is reserve forest, you tell me whether it is a national park, you tell me whether it is a wildlife sanctuary, and now you can also tell me whether it is in the so-called Tiger Reserve, which is just been declared. I have no problem.
I'm not on Tiger Reserve.
Define the area called forest, or it is just forest that you're seeing it is forest because there are trees, and which doesn't fit in our definition. Please,
I will show the Honourable Minister.
I would like Honourable Member to educate us on this.
I will show the Honourable Minister at the time of the demands of the town planning that it is a forest which was done.
Speaker, sir, point of order. Town planning is not the question.
No, it is the forest department which has knocked off the forest on an interim report.
Speaker, sir, like this, the whole 1 hour will go on discussion. He wants to talk about town planning. He can talk about town planning during demands or during questions. It is pertaining to the forest. Let him restrict himself what he wants from the forest department. I'll answer specifically to
I will place on record that,
Yes,
that after it was notified forest, by interim report it was removed and allowed to be developed. This is the apprehension we are having. So this is what we have.
Vijai Sardessai.
One second question. Second question. Also a statement was made here, because here this answer is not given here. A national disaster response will be set up and infrastructure is being strengthened, especially customized mini water tanker, 4x4 with higher mobility in the tougher terrain. There's nothing which has been given in the answer over here.
That comes under the disaster.
Speaker, sir, हांगा forest असले तरी बी, forest department असले तरी बी, आम्ही in isolation काम करू शकना. Last year, मुख्यमंत्री आशिल्ले सायटीर आशिल्ले आमच्या मतदारसंघान आशिल्ले खुबशे कडेन आमी पळयलां की इवन PMO कडल्यान मुख्यमंत्रीन आनी रिक्वेस्ट केल्यार आमकां एअरफोर्स आनी आमकां नेव्हींतल्यान आमकां हेलिकॉप्टरां गावली. आयज तुमी जर म्हणटा की स्पेसिफिकली हेच आमचे कडेन इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर आमी काही तयारी करून दवरूं शकना की 104 फायर जातले, पूण खंय फायर जाल्यार अटेंड करपाक वी बोथ वर प्रेझेंट एट इन प्लेस कॉल्ड village called Morlem. That was right on top. It was very difficult to access on the top. If the fire starts right on the top, now how it has been created or how it took place, that nobody has an answer. We can give scientifically several answers on the floor of the house to satisfy you. But the problem is that these are issues which we came across, and that took us 2 days actually to put it off and bring it under control. We had the support of the Air Force. I also did a sortie. We went and saw exactly what are the areas and what are the type of trees, so to get an actual survey what was happening. FSI also was roped in to exactly guide us in real time exactly what was happening in different parts of the state. As infrastructure, there is scope to further improve infrastructure. We are improving. In a staged manner, we are improving. And whatever needs to be done has to be done meticulously. But you need to give me a very specific thing. I'm not saying that the department has got 100% everything to deal with 104 fires. But this is a disaster management which is there along with the fire department, along with forest department. We all work together at that point of time to address this particular issue.
Yes, Vijay Sardessai.
स्पीकर सर, 7 दिसांनंतर मंत्री बरो चार्ज जावन आयला सर तापार जाला.
म्हाका आनी तापोवंक जाय जाल्यार तापता
एक कॉमेंट मारलो पयलोच, आयलो तसो तापला म्हणून. आतां सुशेगाद घे. तो म्हणटा आपल्याक स्पेसिफीक क्वेश्चन विचार म्हणून. तुमी मातशें बेल मारनाका, तुमचो वाडदिवस, आतां आमचेर सॉफ्ट रावा. आनी रानां तुमचीं आहा आनी रानां उरपाक जाय. आमचो रानाचो मंत्री. स्पीकर सर, ह्या वर्सा जे फॉरेस्ट फायर जाले हे सदांच जायनासले. एक नवीच गोश्ट. मुख्यमंत्र्यान तुजो म्हणलें पयलें की हे मॅन मेड म्हणून. हांव फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटा कडेन चॅक केल्लें हा मॅन मेड म्हणून. एक एलेक्स कार्पेंटर म्हणून एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट म्हादय रावता, ताका वचून हांव मेळ्ळा, ताणें म्हाका सांगलें हें मॅन मेड म्हणून. आतां मॅन मेड म्हळ्यार कोणें तरी केलें, तातूंत एक मनशाक कोणाक तरी धरलो. स्पीकर सर, आतां हांव ताका सारकें स्पेसिफीक क्वेश्चन विचारता, 3 सप्लिमेंटरी. ताका मातसो बॅकग्रावंड आहा. हांव ताका पयलीं विचारता, आर यू रिव्ह्यूइंग द एक्झिस्टींग एक्शन प्लॅन? वाय? स्पीकर सर, पळय, कोऑर्डिनेशन बिटवीन डिपार्टमेंट्स. रेव्हेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट कितें म्हणटा, एक LAQ आन्सर ऑन 24th. As per the assessment made by the forest department, area affected in past 1 year in forest fire amounts to 69.7 hectares. Speaker sir, forestacho report म्हणटा 418 hectares. आता कोण खरो? स्पेसिफिक हा क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट स्पीकर सर, एक मॉक ड्रिल्स म्हणटा करपाचो कन्सेप्ट आहा, तो तांचोच कन्सेप्ट. मॉक ड्रिल्स करचे म्हणून कोण सांगता? फायर एंड इमर्जन्सी सर्विसीस सांगता की फायर डिपार्टमेंटा कडेन टॅक्निकल एक्सपर्टायज ना म्हणून मॉक ड्रिल्स करपाची. फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट कितें म्हणटा, एवरी इयर आमी मॉक ड्रिल्स करतात म्हणून. स्पीकर सर, कितें जालें? असो अर्थ कितें? फॉरेस्ट एक्शन प्लॅन कितें म्हणटा की बिफोर द फायर सिजन आमी मॉक ड्रिल करतले. आतां एक्शन प्लॅनान तूं कितें म्हणटा, ट्रेनिंग वील बी गिवन टू कम्युनिटी व्हॉलंटियर्स. आतां स्पीकर सर, तुजे LAQ रिप्लायन तूं सांगता म्हाका की कम्युनिटी फायर फायटर म्हणटा नाच म्हणून. सो स्पीकर सर, वेर इज द कोऑर्डिनेशन बिटवीन डिपार्टमेंट्स? ते म्हणटा आपडा मित्र म्हणून आहा म्हणून. आपडा मित्र म्हणटा हांवें चॅक केलें, ते डिझास्टर मॅनेजमेंटाचे, आनी ते कितें करतात, फ्लड रिलीफ एंड रेस्क्यू, उजो लागपाक ते नाच. म्हणटकर म्हजो स्पेसिफीक क्वेश्चन आहा मंत्र्याक, आर यू रिव्ह्यूइंग द एक्झिस्टींग एक्शन प्लॅन? दिस इज माय फर्स्ट सप्लिमेंटरी.
स्पीकर सर, ऑनरेबल मेंबर बी फॉरेस्ट मिनिस्टर आशिल्ले आनी त्यांनी स्पेसिफीक जे विचारले तुवें, वॉट एवर यू हॅव आस्क्ड मी, आय एम whatever information that we have given it very openly, and our department does not believe in even keeping one particular document that is there out of the bounds of as far as the honorable members are concerned. As far as the action plan is concerned, the way and approach with respect to the rise that took place last year in the surge, we are in the process of devising our own plan of action, exactly how we have to go about. What is the technology and what is the type of manpower that would be required. We have got trackers which we use for a particular specific period. We have to do it. If you are saying that we have to revise.
No, I give you lack of coordination between your departments.
If it is lack of coordination, means ultimately it is the forest department that has to take help and we have to answer it jointly. Ultimately, we are a government.
बरे पण आता कितले एक्झॅक्टली फायर कितलो लागलो 418 हेक्टर्स काय 69.7 हेक्टर
पळय ते खंय तरी चुकोन
ना, आमकां आन्सरा प्रमाणे जावं सांगता.
चुकोन जर कितें जाल्यार स्पीकर सर अल्टिमेटली फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट हॅज टू गिव अ करेक्ट.
अरे पण फिगर कितें कितलो उजो लागलो
हांव तुका दिता वाचपाक तरी दी. एक्चुअली कितें आहा की हे सगळे जे रेव्हेन्यू डिपार्टमेंटाचे आसूं रेव्हेन्यू डिपार्टमेंटान तुका प्रायवेट फॉरेस्ट एंड कमिदाद रिलेटेडूच दिल्ले आसा आनी एज फार एज फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट इज कन्सर्न ते कमिदाद एंड फॉरेस्टाचो फिगर रेव्हेन्यू डिपार्टमेंटान दिला. तो फिगर हा 69 अप्रॉक्सिमेट 69 हेक्टर्स. आमचो जो हा जो एक्झॅक्टली फायर इन्सिडेंट इन स्टेट अप्रॉक्सिमेट 480 hectare area has been burnt, out of which 365 hectares falling majorly moist, deciduous and semi-green forest type.
सो 418 हेक्टर लासून गेले
लासून गेले बघा
असले. स्पीकर सर आता म्हजो एक तुका दुसरो क्वेश्चन आहा. हे लासून गेली ती एरिया आनी तुवें ताका हें म्हणलां पळय की कन्वर्जन जायना बिना म्हणून हांव तुका डिमांड्साक आय विल प्लेस ऑन द टेबल ऑफ द हाऊस तुवें केला म्हणना हांव. स्पीकर सर एक मिनिट स्पीकर सर आय एम ऑन माय फीट. आय एम आस्किंग अ क्वेश्चन तू मदीं उलयता. ना ना स्पीकर सर आयकून घेवपाक तयारी ना ताजी.
Because my point of order also has to be heard. He is on his feet, he can be on his feet and he can continue with this debate. I have absolutely no problem. But please ask him that town planning म्हाका दिसता सगळ्यांचे तकलीन ते गुतूच आहा ते टाउन प्लॅनिंग
म्हणटा तू आता पळय रायला
काय लोकांचे तकलीन आनी गुता ते म्हणून म्हणटा ते आमी फॉरेस्टाचेर चर्चा करता त्या फॉरेस्टाचे संबंधितूच विचार.
अरे स्पीकर सर बरें आता क्वेश्चन विचारता हांव. असिस्टेड नॅचरल रिजनरेशन म्हणून एक स्पीकर सर प्लांटेशन असता म्हळ्यार जो उजो लागला ते रिवायव करपा खातीर असिस्टेड नॅचरल रिजनरेशन म्हणून आसता. म्हाका तो एश्युरन्स दिता की ऑल द एरियाज इन्क्लुडींग द 40,000 स्क्वेअर मिटर्स ऑफ प्रायवेट प्रॉपर्टी विच हॅज बीन बर्न्ड फॉर वीच देर आर रिपोर्ट्स हातून हे असिस्टेड नॅचरल रिजनरेशन तुमी ह्या वर्सा हातान घेतले हे म्हाका तो एश्युरन्स दिता.
हांवें कॉम्पन्सेटरी अफॉरेस्टेशनाचो जो विशय जे कॉम्पा फंडांतल्यान आमचे कडेन पयशे आसा आनी त्या पयशाचो पूर्णपणे हे सगळे हे जेणे ऑनरेबल मेंबर श्री विजय सरदेसाय हांणी उल्लेख जो केल्लो आसा आमी ऑलरेडी आमचो प्रोसेस चालू जाल्लो आसा. जे फंड आमचे कडेन आसा जी एरिया इन्क्लुडींग द एरिया एंड इन एडिशन टू द एरिया दॅट वॉज बर्न्ड we will be taking up this process. If you want, before the session gets over, my comprehensive plan, I will give it to you and place it on the floor of the house. म्हाका कितेंच हांगा लोकां कडल्यान पयस दवरपाचें ना कारण हे घडले आनी हे पयशे जे सरकार कडेन आसा जे ते फंडांतल्यान आसा जेजो वापर खऱ्या अर्थान कित्याक करूंक जाय ते ताका बी खबर आहा आनी ते ऑनरेबल मेंबरान जो विशय काडला ते म्हाका दिवपाक इन्फॉर्मेशन दिवपाक काय हरकत ना ते करता आमी.
स्पीकर सर तिसरो आनी लास्ट क्वेश्चन. मुख्यमंत्र्यान म्हणलें मॅन मेड आम्ही फायर डिपार्टमेंटा कडच्यान आयकले मॅन मेड पेपराचेर आयले मॅन मेड फॉरेस्ट मॅन मेड फायर्स म्हणून. आता फायनली कोणे उजो लायलो काय लागलो एक आनी दुसरें स्पीकर सर एक कॅटेगॉरिकल एश्युरन्स की उजो लागिल्लो फॉरेस्ट कन्वर्ट हाजे फुडें जावचें ना. एक कॅटेगॉरिकल एश्युरन्स आमकां दिवचें.
स्पीकर सर हे 480 हेक्टर 480 म्हटले न्ही.
अरे 18 रे
गेले पेपर ते हय 480 तुझे तू सारकें आयकना.
अरे बाबा तुझे आन्सर हा
माझे आन्सर सोड हांव सांगता फिगर बरयला
15 मार्च 2023
480 हेक्टर स्पीकर सर त्याच्यातल्यान 365 इज एरिया फॉलिंग अंडर मेजरली अंडर मॉइस्ट डेसिड्युअस एंड सेमी एव्हरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट टायप. हांव एकूच सांगू शकता की माझे ज्युरिस्टिक्शनान फॉरेस्ट मिनिस्टर म्हणून जे कितें नॅशनल पार्क आनी हे सगळे फॉरेस्ट आनी सेंच्युरी भितर जे एरिया येता हेजो प्रश्नच येना कन्वर्ट जावपाक. आतां तुमी जेन्ना विशय काडटा वो स्पेसिफिकली जर कितें तुमकां दिसता की खंय कितें करपाक कोणी गेला ते म्हाका नजरेक हाडून दियात हांव तेजेर लक्ष घालता.
एक ब्लँकेट एश्युरन्स मेळ्ळें न्ही बरें कित्याक 4,000 स्क्वेअर मिटर थंय जमीन आहा प्रायवेट फॉरेस्ट प्रायवेट मनशाची प्रायवेट हा नॉट
स्पीकर सर
तो कन्वर्जनाक येवपाक शकता. इट्स नॉट इलिगल ही विल कम फॉर कन्वर्जन. तो म्हणटलो आपले रान ना आपले मळ जाले.
स्पीकर सर ऑनरेबल मेंबर विजय सरदेसाय हे फॉरेस्ट मिनिस्टर बी आशिल्ले
थोडे टायम आसलो मागीर काडलो म्हाका तुज्या सायडीन बसल्या
ते थोडे टायमच पुरो सगळे शिकून घेवपाक ते थोडे टायम आशिल्लो म्हणटा ते ताका खबर आसा की फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटाचो कायदो कसो आहा एंड टावन प्लॅनिंगाचो कायदो कसो आहा आणि मुख्य म्हणजे कित्याक की प्रायवेट फॉरेस्ट आमी हात लावू शकना आणि प्रायवेट फॉरेस्टान जर कोणी कितें केला तुम्ही नजरेक हाडून दियात आमी तेजेर ताबडतोब कारवाई करता
आम्ही नजरेक खंयचे हाडटले स्पीकर सर आम्ही आनी नजरेक खंयचे हाडटले आम्ही रावता साश्टीन राव ना हा तुझे गांवान
जॉईंट क्वेश्चन सर
आम्ही खंयची नजरेक हाडटले आमी पावतले एक 10 वर्सां
Speaker, sir, as per India State Survey, Forest Survey 20, आमचे लँड 3,702 स्क्वेअर किलोमीटर्स आहा तितूंतल्यान 2,244 स्क्वेअर किलोमीटर्स आमचे फॉरेस्ट आहा तितूंतले 538 स्क्वेअर किलोमीटर्स डेन्स वेरी डेन्स फॉरेस्ट आहा 576 स्क्वेअर किलोमीटर मॉडरेटली डेन्स फॉरेस्ट आहा आणि 1,130 स्क्वेअर किलोमीटर ओपन फॉरेस्ट आहा स्पीकर सर म्हजे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन आहा हे आतां फाटीं उजो पेटला आतां इन गोवा ती खंयची कॅटेगरी पडटा डेन्स फॉरेस्ट मॉडरेटली डेन्स ओ ओपन फॉरेस्ट
येस मिनिस्टर
स्पीकर सर ऑनरेबल मेंबरान प्रश्न व्हेरी स्पेसिफीक विचारलेले आसा आणि ते स्पेसिफीक म्हाका ते एक्सप्लेन करूंक जाय ते आमचे कडेन 16 तरेचे फॉरेस्ट हेजे डेन्सिटी क्लासिफिकेशन्स आसा बेस्ड ऑन द फॉरेस्ट फायर इन्सिडन्स इन द कंट्री हांव वाचता कित्याक हांव मागीर तूं म्हणटलो आनी सारकें तुका उत्तर दिवंक ना फॉरेस्ट सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया डेरोडून कॅरीड आउट अ नेशन वाइड स्टडी रिलीज अ रिपोर्ट ऑन द vulnerability of Indian forest 2017 reported that the most of the forest incidents are seen in moderately dense category compared to open forest OF category and very dense VDF category. Further, tropical dry deciduous forest, moist deciduous forest, semi-evergreen forests of the country are most affected types of compared to the other forest fire every year. Recent incidents that have been reported across the vegetations of Goa, the most affected types, Speaker sir, were most deciduous forests, semi-green ever forests, and dry deciduous plantations. A trend is also seen in the Western Ghats as per Forest Survey's vulnerability report to the fire report due to recent fire incidents in the same in the state. So this is basically these are the type of areas that were burnt. I mean whatever the forest.
Because sir,
एक मिनिट झालो
Because sir, as per FSI report 2021, page number 121, it is shown that 502 officials of Forest Department of Goa received SMS alert that are sent by near real-time forest fire monitoring system of Forest Survey of India. May the minister inform me whether in this recent forest fire in the state, these 502 officials and staff received these fire alerts and what action was taken?
Because sir, आम्ही जे ऑनरेबल मेंबर म्हणटा की आम्ही नोट केल्लो आसा की वेदर इन रिसंट फायर स्टेटेड 502 ऑफिशियल्स व्हेकल वेल सुटेड फॉर अनड्युलेटिंग फॉरेस्ट हे सगळे जे त्यांनी विचारला ते फॉरेस्ट सर्वे ऑफ इंडियाचो 21चो रिपोर्ट ते 99% ऑफ फॉरेस्ट ऑफ गोवा are under less fire prone category, while only 1% of forest kept in a moderately fire prone category, which are spread across both the district. However, due to naturally rich and dense forest compared to high rainfall in the state, Goa is restricted between months of March and May. The surge in the forest incidents reported in Goa this year is exceptionally comparatively high to previous years. म्हणजे 33 चे 104 झाले ते. Considering this, we have already started working to identify measure and intervention, address the future challenges आणि web map services आणि web feature services हे आम्ही इनकॉर्पोरेट त्यांच्याकडे बरोवन ते इनकॉर्पोरेट करपाचो आमचो प्रयत्न. तुवें जे आतां सांगला की 502 लोकांक मेसेज गावली काय ते वेगवेगळ्या कॅटेगरीचे आमचो स्टाफ आसता. तुका हांवें आन्सरान ऑलरेडी दिल्ले आसा कितले तुवें प्रश्न विचारला कितलो स्टाफ आहा पूण ते टोटल इंटिग्रेटेड सिस्टम आम्ही आताच विजयाक कमिटमेंट सांगल्या प्रमाणे दॅट आय विल गिव अ प्रॉपर थिंग ऑन सबमिटेड ऑन द फ्लोर ऑफ हाऊस. तू जे कितें म्हणटा ते कंटिन्युअस ट्रॅकिंग तेंचें चालू आसता पूण आमकां आतां हेजे फुडें वचूंक जाय हे कंट्रोलान दवरपाक.
हेजेर आतां वेब मॅप सर्विस आनी वेब पिक्चर सर्विस आहा ही आतां आमगे सायटी वेबसायटीचेर घायला
ना आमी म्हणून तुका हांव ऑनरेबल मेंबराक हांवें सांगलां वी हॅव नोटेड द सजेशन ऑफ द ऑनरेबल मेंबर दॅट वी वील गेट दीस इनकॉर्पोरेटेड ASAP.
थर्ड क्वेश्चन म्हणजे
तीन क्वेश्चन झाले
कम्युनिटी ऑफ फायर फायटर्स रोल कितें
म्हाका ऐकू येना.
So there are 350 community of firefighters, Apta Mitra volunteers. तांचे role कितें forest fire incident?
ना ते ट्रेन केल्ले, they are like volunteers. They have been trained properly by the fire department and we made total use of them and they were of great use to us during these. ते ना आमी त्यांचो वापर आमी डेफिनेटली त्यांचो वापर केल्लो आसा ह्या फावट एंड प्लस आमकां ऑनरेबल मेंबराक हांव सांगूंक सोदता की आमकां कम्युनिटी कडल्यान लोकांचे कम्युनिटी कडल्यान बी आमकां भरपूर सपोर्ट गावलो ह्या फावट हे सगळे कंट्रोल करपाक. पूण तुमी जे सांगता की मेकॅनिझम सारके जाग्यार घालूंक जाय हे सारके घालपाची गरज आहा एंड हो प्लॅन ऑफ एक्शन म्हाका दिसता डिपार्टमेंट इज ऑलरेडी वर्किंग आनी बिफोर द सेशन गेट्स ओवर आय विल प्लेस इट ऑन द टेबल ऑफ द हाऊस.
युरिया रिमूव एक येस सर लास्ट खूप चर्चा जाली सर
204 फायर्स जाले अख्खे गोंयभर.
ब्रीफ विचारता
ओय 2 मिनटं देखून ती नाका म्हाका. गोवाज फॉरेस्ट आर द रिचेस्ट बायोमेस म्हणजे तितून फ्लोरा आणि फाउना भरपूर आसा. माय स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन इज एनी डॅमेज क्वांटिफाईड ऑफ द फ्लोरा अँड फाउना that was damaged, the amount of animals, the flora fauna that got damaged during these fires?
Yes.
Was it quantified? If yes,
Minister.
If yes, so it's Prakash birthday, Mahashe. If yes, please place it in the floor of the house. If no, when can it be done and when can it be placed on the floor of the house? Secondly, fire line, fire line. Was this fire line in place for all our forests? If yes, let us know about it. If no, can we make sure that we have got such fire lines? Because it is already predicted that next year, 2024, Oslo's UZZO petrolo, it has become, because of the heat, rising heat, an unusual rainfall, pattern of rainfall. This is going to also happen next year. So, are we going to draw such fire lines? UZZO petrol to UZZO petrol mun sanglo ha. In order to ensure, porot UZZO, whether it is man-made or whether it is a natural fire, UZZO petrol zala fire line tak paupana. So, how are you going to prevent these 2024 UZZO petrol fire?
Yes.
Are we going to make provisions for fire bombs? Are we going to make for provisions that we have sufficient drones to make sure that those fire bombs are dropped from top? If yes, please let us know.
स्पीकर सर त्यांनी जे कितें ऑनरेबल मेंबरान बाब वेन्झीन सांगलेलें आसा प्रत्येक गोष्ट आमी ऑलरेडी फॅक्टर केल्ली आसा. हे आमी आतांच एसेंब्ली आयले म्हणून सांगना आनी तुका जो रिपोर्ट जाय जो रिपोर्ट आमी प्रिलिमिनरी केल्लो की कितें असेसमेंट इम्पॅक्ट जो आहा जे आमचे डिपार्टमेंट कडेन आहा हे फाल्यां नाल्यार परवा वेन एवर हावजींग सेशन आय गिव इट देर इज नथिंग.
स्पीकर सर
एक मिनिट.
येस लास्ट क्वेश्चन
आणि मुख्य म्हणजे स्पीकर सर लास्ट इयर 700 रनिंग किलोमीटर एरिया वॉज कवर्ड थ्रू क्रिएशन ऑफ फायर लाइन अँड कंट्रोल to control burning the forest. 205 watches and trackers were deployed. आमचे कडेन जे कितें रिसोर्सीस आहा हे लास्ट इयरचे कंपॅरिजनान ह्या वर्सा फुडें वचून हो प्रॉब्लम जावं न्हय म्हणून वी आर प्रिपेरिंग इन दॅट डायरेक्शन वॉट एवर रिसोर्सीस वी हॅव अँड डेफिनेटली वील वर्क इन इंटिग्रेटेड फॅशन with the Honorable Chief Minister, myself, Revenue Minister, whatever needs to be done, we will take it forward in that particular direction.
Yes.
What you're saying of utilizing of drone technology and whatever new technologies are there, of course we are incorporating. We need to see that we are able to, like you said, when the fire is there, luckily this time we got full support from the Navy and the Air Force, we were able to bring it under control.
You got the support, you got a delayed support.
Yes.
So now we have to be
Last
prepared
question.
for the
Yes, sir.
2024, so that we don't have to be the support.
Speaker sir, I would be very specific. I had asked the Honorable Minister LAQ 134 for the amount of losses to forests, loss to human lives, loss to various species, loss to biodiversity, expenditure incurred by the Forest Department. This reply maga dilna. Speaker sir, LAQ 135 चोयल्यार मंत्रीचे जे म्हाका दिसता it states that your department is understaffed. I have, this is your reply on the number of vacant posts. Reply dida speaker sir, sanction strength taka 95 lakhs 11,039 दिल. मुख्यमंत्री ताका 95 lakhs staff दिला जाल्यार आखे गोंय न्हू आखे इंडिया भर घालून जाता. स्पीकर सर your post filled
स्पीकर सर म्हाका दिसता बाब युरिया आले मागचे चुकता ते लॅक्स काय कितें म्हाका कळोंक ना.
95 lakhs मु दिला. Also you have to get
कितें कसले 95 lakhs?
sanction strength
95 lakhs
95 lakhs कशी
अरे
असते
युरिया ऑनरेबल मेंबर कितें तरी
स्पीकर सर
गोंय राज्यान इतले
जो पोस्ट अरे हो रिप्लाय तुमगेलो घे हांव टेबल कोता
ना ना ते चुकले आसतले कितें तरी ते चेक करचे पडटले ते
Anna, your sanction staff, Mukhyamantri boss रे देखो answer मरा
9,000
दिसांनी जाल्यार answer जायनो Speaker sir, Anna, your post filled is 655, whereas you have vacant post of 298 as per the reply. Now your vehicles are model of 2002, they are ill-equipped. Your department has failed. It is true that they failed to control these forest fires. Now, जे Venzy सांगला तो valid point हा. Point कितें की 24 हे पोतून जातले. What measures do we take that 24 this will not happen? Secondly, I am मागलोले जे मंत्री कडेन की जे एरियान forest पेटला, this the area he says he's sure he will not give it out. Builder lobby open I declare it as an NDZ. Let it be in the
चुकता
Because
हेच पयली चुकता हे ऑनरेबल लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन हे शब्द जे वापरता NDZ NDZ NDZ
but then by make sure you protect it, come out with something else.
पहिले म्हणजे या देशाचो कायदो सेंट्रल ऍक्टाच्या अनुसार आणि राज्यान आमी जे पाळटा ते आमी आमचे सेंच्युरी भितर आणि हे वायल्ड लायफ पार्क आणि नॅशनल पार्क हेजे भितर तुम्ही काहीच करू शकना स्पीकर सर तुमका खबर आहा मुख्यमंत्री खबर आहा
Okay, will you keep a strict vigil? What guarantee? What guarantee do we give?
आमदार हांगा आसा
What will you give the people of Goa ki thinga construction and काय जावपा ना म्हणून
स्पीकर सर हांव एक लास्ट लायन हांव कन्क्लूड करूंक सोदता ऑनरेबल लीडर ऑपोजिशनाक पयरूच हांवें सांगलें चर्चेक हांवें बेश्टो विचारलें म्हाजें वय कितलें आनी तेजें वय कितलें हांवें सांगलें तुका खूब वर्सां हे खूब वर्सां आसतना मातसो बरे भाशेन ते सगळे प्रेजेंट कर म्हणून
अरे स्पीकर सर जे आन्सर आमकां दिलें तेंच हांव प्रेजेंट कोता given to me I'm presenting हे मुगे आन्सर तुगे डिपार्टमेंटाकडे
सेन्सेशन क्रिएट करपाक जाय
रॉंग दिलें हांव आय एम हायलायटिंग इट
हांव तुजें रॉंग कांयच म्हणना हांवें ताका इतलेंच विचारलें तूं 37 years old I am 52 years old he has got a long way to go before that we will be out of this house. So I am just saying, so he still be there. If he nicely presents everything and he takes everything properly, not make mistakes like 95 lakhs. And second thing, this builders lobby and this myth of Save Goa and all these things just to create a sensation, don't do that. I am not going to, on the floor of the house, I am saying that the law of the law, माझे assurance तेका जाय, माझे assurance तेका categorical हा, तो जे मांडटा हावजान, हांव ते कांयच करपाचो ना, जे कायदे फॉरेस्टाचे हा, they will rule in the wildlife sanctuary national park, तो जे मागता ते केन्नाच हांव करचो ना, फाल्यां हेडलायन कितें येवन जावपाचें ना.
Will you equip your department with the shortage of staff? You have shortage of staff.
Bureau Report for Herald TV.